South Carolina Congressman Trey Gowdy just gave the corrupt FBI a long overdue mental cavity search and came out with 3 dirty secrets that the Bureau was trying to hide. Gowdy always says the things people don't want to admit, and you don't want to miss this. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy, our South Carolina, isn't known for beating around the bush or sugarcoating the truth, which is why so many of us will miss him when he leaves Congress. According to Daily Caller, Gowdy appeared on Fox News' America's Newsroom with anchor Bill Hemmer to perform a mental cavity search on the corrupt FBI and their past leadership. The interview took place on Wednesday, March 7, 2018, during which Gowdy presented 3 very hard truths that he discovered. The great thing about Gowdy is that you can count on him not to cater to anything or anyone except the facts. The first of those facts that the Bulldog brought up was the undeniable need for our do-nothing Attorney General Jeff Sessions to appoint a second special counsel to investigate the FISA abuse which took place inside both the FBI and Department of Justice. This was the second time this week Gowdy made public his demand for Sessions to appoint a separate special counsel, which the Attorney General has so far refused to do. The Department of Justice has a conflict, so they should not conduct this investigation, Gowdy told Hemmer. Michael Horowitz, the Inspector General, doesn't have access to non-DOJ employees or those who have left the department or the FBI, so he can't do it. It needs to be done. It needs to be done by somebody your viewers have confidence in. And I've been reluctant in the past to call for special counsel, but this is a unique fact pattern, and I think a special counsel is the only entity that can do this effectively. Anyone who can't acknowledge how much sense this makes is either ignorant or part of the corruption. Gowdy knows that the Inspector General's findings will be fruitless due to his limited powers. Secondarily, Gowdy revealed his own personal shock at the corrupt behavior of Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, FBI agents who were caught having an extramarital affair with each other while participating in blatant anti-Trump behavior during the time that they served under Special Counsel Robert Mueller. "I've got to confess to you, I am biased towards law enforcement," Gowdy said. "The FBI agents I've worked with never evidenced this kind of bias or animus towards even a bank robber, much less a presidential candidate. I don't know what happened with these 2 particular agents. And I don't know why the Bureau would use opposition research in a court filing, and they didn't bother to vet it or investigate it." You can be a fan of the FBI and still be troubled by what they've done and want to understand better how and why it happened, he added. For a guy like Gowdy, who worked closely with the FBI in the past as a federal prosecutor, it must be difficult to realize that a select few at the very top are crooks and liars. I can appreciate that Gowdy has always been careful to express his admiration for the rank and file employees of the Bureau who work hard every day to serve and protect our country. That kind of deference is necessary at a time when the FBI's leadership has given the agency such a bad reputation. Gowdy's third and last point was aimed at former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and the colossal email scandal for which millions of American patriots have wanted her held accountable. Unfortunately, Gowdy thinks that because of the way former FBI Director James Comey handled the investigation, there is no chance to nail the corrupt demon hag for her crimes related to the illegal server and/or deleted emails. You can never go in front of the jury when the nation's top law enforcement officer, Jim Comey, would be defense witness number 1. You just have no prospect of winning that case, he said. So I am disappointed they decided not to charge her before they interviewed her. I'm disappointed in the way the investigation took place, but that ship has sailed, and I don't think you can go back in this fact pattern after what Comey has said and have any chance of prevailing in a courtroom," Gowdy added. As a side note, Gowdy emphasized that he still has confidence in the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act (FISA) court regardless of the way they were abused by the deep state to wage a political war against Donald Trump. "We get rid of the bad actors, but we don't throw out the process," he said. "The process has worked." "This is the first conversation you and I have ever had, this fact pattern about FISA, even though it's been around 2 decades. So it's not the process, it's the actors who were involved in 2016. And I think we've got to be mindful to identify the folks who did not do their jobs properly, but don't throw out the entire process because we have a handful of bad actors." Trey Gowdy's ability to tell hard truths such as these is what makes him unique among his congressional peers. Once again, the Bulldog from South Carolina reminds us that in an age of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary